Welcome to episode 100 of the DVO show. If you've been listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube, I appreciate you. 100 episodes I've been doing this. It's been a fun journey for me to do this. And before I get into the topic, I just want to talk real quick about the podcast. I started this podcast off as a way for me to introduce my colleagues, friends, associates that I run across that are doing great things, starting great businesses, doing great organizations. I'm still going to bring them on, and it's fun to see how the podcast has evolved. Because of COVID, it got hard to get guests to come in, and I took a little hiatus for a while as well doing the podcast. And I thought, well, I'm gonna keep recording, and it became hard to schedule appointments with guests to come on. So then it evolved to where I'm just kind of giving a few tips here and there, and then sharing a story of an entrepreneur. And now the podcast is basically me just trying to give great advice and tips and whatever you want to call it, coaching, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm doing right now on the podcast. So that's what it has evolved to now, and who knows where the podcast will go. But I want to shout out to everyone that's ever been on the podcast, every guest that has come on. Everyone that's helped me put together. I had an assistant that helped me put together some of the episodes, and I want to thank her as well. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed this. The reason I do the podcast is to try to bring information to you that will help better yourselves. I mean, one of my businesses is coaching, where I help, me and my wife actually, we help coach people, whether it's on life, business, marriage, money, you name it. We want to coach people, parenting. I mean, whatever it is, we want to help coach people to better their lives. And so if you ever want a coaching session with us, please reach out. My information is always in the description of the podcast or YouTube. And if you didn't know, I record all this on YouTube, in case you didn't know. I think I have more people listen on podcast platforms than watch on YouTube. So just know I'm on both platforms there to record every episode that I can. And it's been fun. This has been a fun journey for me. It's a way for me to help get information to you, to better your lives. I want everyone to have a better life, because we're only on this earth for a moment. I'm snapping my fingers, but we're only here for a flicker. And why not make the best of it? Why not be happy while we're here, right? You're going to live to 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. It's a long time not to enjoy life, but it happens so quick too to not enjoy it. So that's why I put this podcast together. And if you want a little more help one-on-one, reach out to me or my wife, and we'll be happy to talk with you and see how we can help. It's been fun for me. I'm excited to see where this podcast goes in the future. I'm excited to one day have my kids or family members listen to it, maybe long after I'm gone, and hear what I was about, what I say. I mean, I talked about this before. I think about every day my demise. I don't know when it will be, and we don't know when any of ours is. And I always think, what if I'm gone too soon? I have a 3-year-old, and I like to know, I want her to know what her dad was about and what he stood for. So that's another reason why I put this podcast out there. It's almost like a journal of my thoughts and my ideas and my mentality at the moment. And things change, right? Sometimes I'll talk about something here, and a year later, 6 months later, my ideas might change, and I might have a different opinion at that point. But that's what's fun about this too. It's also my growth as well. So anyway, I want to thank everyone. And this is episode 100. I'm going to take, the time it's recording, it's the end of December, right before the holidays. And I am going to take a break for a couple weeks for the Christmas and New Year holiday. That way you can spend time with your family and loved ones. And I hope you're having a good time. I hope you are enjoying yourselves. I think if you work hard, you deserve to play hard and enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I hope you are doing that. Me and my family definitely are. Every weekend since basically right around Halloween, we have holiday events, whether it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it is. We're trying to do something to really enjoy our holidays and spend time with each other. This time of year definitely reminds me how much it is fun, how much I enjoy spending time with my family. That's what I want to say. All right. So anyway, since it is the end of the year and it's going to be a new year when I come out with episode 101, I do want to talk about your goals and your resolutions, because people are going to make New Year's resolutions, right? We are almost formatted to think New Year's Eve comes around and we need to make resolutions for the new year. I'm not a big fan of that. I've talked about it before. Or maybe not. I have 4 podcasts, okay? So I don't remember exactly what I talked about on which podcast. But if I haven't mentioned it here, I will say it again. I'm not a big believer in New Year's resolutions. All right, I know a lot of people make New Year's resolutions almost because we are formatted or made to believe we should make New Year's resolutions, and those New Year's resolutions usually fall on the side of the road by the first week of January, the first month of the year. It's usually forgotten about. And so I want to talk about making New Year's goals. I personally like making New Year's goals, making a goal for the year. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. A resolution means it's like, it's a fix, right? It's a resolution. It's an answer, right? It's a definitive thing. That's kind of what I think of when I think of a resolution, which is also good. So if you're thinking, I'm going to make a resolution of, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. That's more of a goal, right? My goal is I want to lose 20 pounds. Now, be specific about your goals. I think I have to talk about this. Be specific. So if you're thinking, right, let's talk about the two most common resolutions people talk about is usually health related or money related. So because those are the top 2, I am going to talk about that on this examples here, okay? So let's just say your goal is, I want to lose 20 pounds. Great. That is a great goal. That is not a resolution. That is a great goal, but be specific about your goal. I want to lose 20 pounds by the first quarter. So by the end of March, I want to be down 20 pounds. And by the end of June, mid-year, I want to be down, 30 total. That is a goal, and that is a great goal. You should make specific goals and then steps to reach that goal. So my goal is to lose 20 pounds by the first quarter, so I'm going to do ABC, right? I'm going to go to the gym every morning for at least 30 minutes. I am going to eat more vegetables and fruit in my diet. I am going to cut less, bread or carbohydrates or sugar. I'm going to cut sugar out, right? So these are steps to your goal. A resolution is going to be something definitive. Like, my resolution is I'm going to be healthy, and the fact that I am only going to have sugar on the weekends. Like, that's my new lifestyle now. My new lifestyle is I'm not going to have donuts 3 times a week. I'm going to have, only sweets on Saturdays, for example. And during the week, I'm going to incorporate a salad in every meal, or at least once a day, a salad and a healthy protein. And I'm going to cut out fried foods for the week. My resolution is to be healthy. And so my resolution is I'm cutting out sugars and fried foods Sunday through Friday, and then Saturday, if I want to, I will have that, right? That is a resolution because you're making a health change. It's something definitive, something that's fixed. That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk again about money. So people are like, I'm going to start saving. My resolution is I'm going to start saving. That's a great goal, all right? But what is the goal? My goal is I want to save $200 a month. That's my goal. My goal is I'm going to save $200 a month for the year. And to do that, I'm going to stop eating out. I'm going to stop getting coffee in the mornings to help me budget that. I'm going to create a budget. Like these are goals. These are steps to reach that goal of saving. I want to be a multimillionaire by the time I'm 65. And so that is a goal. Or my goal is for the year, I'm going to save $200 a month, whatever it is, right? That is a goal. And then your resolution is definitive, it's fixed. My resolution is I'm going to set up auto payments to invest into a mutual fund. I'm going to set up, my definitive thing is I'm going to set up auto pay that $200 a month comes out of my checking account, goes into my Roth IRA, and I don't touch it ever. That is my resolution. It's fixed. It's set to auto happen every month. And I am making a goal to be mega wealthy. And that is my resolution, is to change my family tree. I'm going to be smart with my money. I'm not going to buy frivolous things. I'm not going to waste money on small little things that I won't ever use or consume. That is my resolution. I am going to stop being frivolous and wasteful with my money. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to think about my money. I'm going to be very proactive about saving and investing properly for my future and my family's future. Okay, so that's the resolution. The resolution is I am definitively changing everything about my finances. I'm not going to be dumb. I'm not going to just waste it. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be calculated how I use my money. And then my goal is I'm going to save $200 a month every month. My steps are I'm going to cut out wasteful things like eating out, buying coffee. I can just do that at home for a fraction of the cost. And I'm going to set up auto payment so it just comes out. I don't have to think about it. All right, these are goals, these are resolutions. There's a difference between goals and resolutions. So when you're setting up your New Year's resolutions this year, come up with resolutions and then come up with goals. A resolution is going to be a lifestyle. It's going to be a lifestyle, okay? A resolution is something that's fixed. It's not a goal. Resolution is the fix. Here's where I need to improve. And that's great too, right? Recognizing where you need to improve. Where do I need to improve? Okay, I'm going to make a resolution. I'm going to make a resolution to that, and I'm going to set goals to make my lifestyle change. All right? So there's a difference between goals and resolutions. Set both. Set your resolutions to be a better you. Set your goals to reach that, a step-by-step process to reach that. And keep striving to be a better you because you deserve it. Your family deserves it. The people around you, your community, your neighbors, your loved ones, they deserve the best version of you to be represented in front of them and to be with them every time because you're awesome. I believe you're awesome because you listen to the DVO show. Catch y'all next episode.